If your sole mental image of poor people is of those who wear tattered clothes and live in shacks, then you may have an erroneous idea of what it means to be poor. People who have an average salary but live a pretentious lifestyle and spend more than they make can also be considered to be poor. Some people who fit this description dress in an outrageous manner and make daring choices with their financial resources. On the other hand, wealthy people are those who spend their money freely without feeling the need to demonstrate their status to others.
Welcome to Billionista. If you love videos about luxury living, please subscribe and click the bell so you never miss a video. And don't forget to like and share too.
Today, I'm going to teach you 11 ways people go broke trying to look rich. After you finish this video, reflect upon yourself and try to avoid these ways. Starting with Number 11. You are a walking billboard for brands. Are you the one who is wearing the clothes, or is it the other way around? A well-executed design will stand the test of time, and quality will speak for itself. You don't need to be up close and personal to recognize a Louis Vuitton classic dress. All you need to do is look at the distinctive pattern. We get that you want to take pride in the fact that you can now afford to purchase things from excellent brand names. But the most remarkable thing is to have a logo that is either very small or none at all. You want the recognition that brands give you while you're poor because you're utilizing these brands to move up in the social ladder. And so, you want the recognition that brands provide you. When you are successful and wealthy, the situation is exactly the other way around. Remember, it is more important to value yourself as a person than what brand of clothing you are wearing. This is why displaying a brand would actually make the people around you view you in a more unflattering light. Can you picture a successful business person like Elon Musk or Bill Gates wearing a full Gucci tracksuit? Even more so, we were taken aback when we learned that some people leave the tags on their clothing or products so that others can tell they are brand new. Number 10. Your car is more expensive than your house. Once again, boasting about one's accomplishments, but this time with severe repercussions for one's finances. Have you observed that those who are genuinely wealthy tend to purchase less flashy cars that go unnoticed, but those who claim to be wealthy try their best to draw attention to themselves? The purchase of a car, much like the purchase of a large television, is not an investment. They are, in point of fact, one of the worst expenditures you can make from a financial point of view and should be avoided at all cost. Number 9. Zirconium as diamonds. As a general rule for life, you should stop wasting real money on counterfeit items. Have you noticed the people that are walking around with big chains and bling, acting as if they are the next Kanye West? The vast majority of these are fake. On Amazon, you can get a bracelet described as having diamond and gold plating for the price of $14. Alternatively, you can obtain not one but 2 diamond dollar signs for the low sum of $10 each. If you sneeze too hard, this thing could probably break, to paraphrase J. Cole's words. There's even a YouTuber by the name of Anggeto Matthew who pretends to be a diamond tester and walks around shopping malls testing people's stones to show that the majority of them are only playing pretend. Number 8. Impressive fence, but not so much behind it. Some people decorated their fences with lions and have magnificent gates, but on the cold days, they can't even afford to keep their house warm. You probably know someone. Think of it. Why do you have a Versace gate if you can't even afford to pave your driveway, or at least cover it with concrete? Number 7. Bad plastic surgery and fake tans. There are so many people walking around with plainly botched plastic surgery, and it's shocking. These ladies are walking around with Jar Jar Binks' lips or something even more embarrassing. The situation has deteriorated to the point where you can no longer properly close your mouth. The situation is the same with breast implants as well as with tattoos. However, this is only the beginning. Another status indicator that the lower class enjoys playing pretend is having a fake tan. This is due to the fact that during the winter months, achieving a true tan necessitates traveling to different parts of the world where there is still sufficient sunlight. People have just decided to spray paint their bodies and walk around in what is considered to be borderline blackface because that option is too pricey. In certain situations, men are even participating in this practice. Just as people say, do not cut corners when getting a tattoo or plastic surgery because the results will be obvious if you do. Have you experienced those ways mentioned above? Let us know in the comments. Number 6. They rent or borrow cars to go on dates. Things have progressed to the point where people are taking out short-term loans to pay for things like vehicle rentals and meals in the hopes of getting laid by the women they are trying to impress. Because of this, he arrived in that Tesla the first time you met, but the second time you saw him, he took an Uber because he is performing some upgrades on his car, which is why his car is currently in the garage. It's for the same reason that he won't let you touch any of the buttons in the car and will get angry if you open any of the storage areas, since it's not his car. It's like living on borrowed time to subscribe to the belief that one should spend money to impress others who, if they knew the real you, would not be impressed by who you really are. In the end, it will have an effect on you. Do you know what's better than trying to fake success until you actually achieve it? Actually succeeding in the endeavor by avoiding self-sabotage at this early stage of the game. Number 5. There's less money in the bag than you paid for the bag. Comparatively speaking, what men enjoy are cars and women enjoy their handbags and shoes. Guys buy vehicles to impress girls, whereas ladies buy the bags to impress other girls and signal that they are doing better than they are. If you haven't paid your rent or mortgage in over 3 months, or when you haven't been able to pay your electricity bills, what good is it to have a Gucci handbag that's worth over $10,000? It is not a good idea to purchase a luxury watch or bag unless you have a personal net worth that is greater than $1 million. According to your income and expense statement, you simply are unable to do so. It's best to refrain from requesting pricey bags until such time as you are in a financial position to purchase them for yourself. Number 4. Prioritizing design over utility. The more uncomfortable something is, the worse it's going to make you feel while you're using it. And other people can sense your level of comfort. Quality is prioritized over aesthetics among wealthy people. For this very reason, the majority of wealthy people give the impression of wearing uninteresting clothing. Even if the majority of these individuals are donning highly pricey labels, they do not purchase the flashy things that are marketed at those in lower and middle income brackets. Instead, there is a layer of items that focuses on a quality that the vast majority of us do not see advertised on billboards. Number 3. Pretending entry-level brands are luxury brands. Earlier, we touched on the fact that there are several levels of quality that are used by luxury brands. Just the tip of the iceberg is represented by brands such as Michael Kors, Pandora, Tommy Hilfiger, Hugo Boss, and Coach. All of these items fall into the mid-range price and are marketed for consumers in the middle and lower classes. There's more than one Versace. For example, there's Versace Jeans Couture, and there is also True Rich People Versace. In the same sense, there are the Valentino bags that cost $100, and there are also the Valentino Garavani bags, which cost approximately $3,000 each. Through marketing that was focused on status, Balenciaga was able to convince customers with low incomes to pay $1,000 for mass-produced sneakers, a sum of money that is just beyond their financial means. These brands take advantage of your familiarity with their names to charge you more for products that are otherwise generic. And if you happen to cross paths with a wealthy person, they will see right away that all you are doing is status signaling, because you lack a genuine comprehension of the luxury goods industry. Number 2. Fancy place in a poorer area. When you glance out of your window, do you see anything interesting? When it comes to their homes, those with less money tend to put more emphasis on the interior, while those with more money are more concerned with the external or the view. In the long term, it is preferable to have the house that is the poorest in a rich neighborhood than to have the house that is the richest in the poor area. Take advantage of that fact that your surroundings have the potential to influence your destiny by adapting to them. We are now down to our last item on the list. Number 1. Bragging about money. Wealth speaks in hushed tones, while poverty yells. Discussing one's financial situation in polite company is considered a social faux pas in several social strata, because if you truly have money, it doesn't matter how much you spend it on anything, And the fact that you're discussing pricing demonstrates that this was a really significant buy for you. When you stop to think about it, nobody says how much they paid for a pack of candy. The wealthy prefer to avoid discussions of financial matters except when conducting business. It is my sincere hope that not a single one of these 11 things caught you off guard. Sometimes the famous expression, "fake it till you make it," is not always applicable in our life. A lot of us wish we could change a part of ourselves that is holding us back. For example, our lifestyle, the way we dress, the food we eat, and such. We often change it to impress other people. Perhaps you need to boost your self-esteem, self-control, or determination. And most importantly, be honest with the people around you and of course, with yourself. If we can pin down exactly what that is, you can work to modify your habits in the hopes that they will eventually feel natural and easy. So Billionistas, are there any other things you can share with us that we need to avoid in order to prevent us from going broke? Let me know in the comments. That's it for this time. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.